Good evening. The past does not equal the future, once said by Tony Robbins. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. WHO urged unified global efforts to combat monkeypox. Top ranking for Interior Ministry Service Centers praised. Saudi Arabia launched new digital services for joint stock and foreign companies. Philippines has approved e-vaccination certificate for Saudis. Abu Dhabi has banned e-scooters with seats. Today's news in detail. Plans to turn Al Sayah into tourist destination held. Investors could be welcomed to turn Al Sayah Island into a small state-of-the-art tourist destination on the condition that any plans will include preserving the place's historic features. Area Councillor Wahid Al-Manai told that he is open to the idea of converting the place of Muharrak's coast into a touristic zone, provided its heritage is protected. Birds caught stuffed in plastic bags at pet shop freed. Hundreds of birds that were stuffed into plastic bags and put up for sale in a pet shop have been rescued and freed by the Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Ministry's Animal Wealth Directorate. The ministry, in a statement yesterday, said 360 birds were released, while the pet shop owner and an employee accused of mistreating the feathered friends were questioned by police officials and referred to the public prosecution. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Misuse of social media by lawyers alleged. A number of lawyers are allegedly breaking the law and going against the ethics of the profession by promoting themselves on social media. According to Bahrain Bar Society Vice President Salah Al-Mahadfa, incidents have come to light of lawyers offering discounts on their services, which goes against the concept of international honor among lawyers, he added. WHO urged unified global efforts to combat monkeypox. A top official from the World Health Organization (WHO) has called for unified global efforts across multiple sectors to combat monkeypox and breaks its chain of transmission. WHO Regional Director for the Eastern Mediterranean region, Dr. Ahmed Al-Mandari, highlighted the importance of supporting health services during an online press briefing yesterday. Space Agency signed BSE deal. The National Space Science Agency (NSSA) has signed a memorandum of understanding with Bahrain Society of Engineers (BSE) to boost cooperation. The signing comes within the framework of the two parties' keenness to build bridges of communication with all research and engineering institutions to enhance and diversify areas of cooperation and exchange experiences between institutions related to the engineering sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
comeback. Top ranking for Interior Ministry service centers praised. Interior Minister General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa chaired a meeting with ministry officials. The meeting reviewed the performance of its service centers and he praised all the members. Saudi Arabia launched new digital services for joint stock and foreign companies. The Ministry of Commerce announced the launch of new services for joint stock companies and foreign companies through its digital branch. This is to facilitate the procedures of starting businesses and stimulate the commercial environment in the kingdom. The ministry said that the new digital services for joint stock companies included the prospect of establishing a joint stock company, converting into a joint stock company, issuing a letter of no objection to listed joint stock companies, and issuing ministerial decisions to announce the establishment or transformation of the company into a joint stock company. The new digital services also include establishing foreign or mixed companies, launching branches of foreign companies, renewing, amending, and writing off commercial registrations of foreign companies, and obtaining an extract of a commercial register for foreign companies. All of these services will be made available electronically and without the need to visit the ministry's headquarters. Philippines have approved e-vaccination certificate for Saudis. The Philippine government has approved the e-vaccination certificate in the Tawakkalna application for the Saudis' entry into the country, the Saudi Embassy in Manila announced on Wednesday. The embassy stated that the Philippine government has approved the digital vaccination certificate for Saudis wishing to enter the Philippines based on the decision of the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases Resolution number 168. Mandatory midday break for laborers to start from June 15th in UAE. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization MOHRE has announced the start of the midday break for laborers at project and construction sites from June 15th to September 15th. According to the ministry, under the rule, working under direct sunlight will not be allowed from 12:30 to 3 p.m. This is to ensure a safe working environment for laborers and to protect them from the risk of exposure to high temperatures during the summer months. The rule has led to a significant reduction in cases of workers' exposure to heat exhaustion and heat stroke. An administrative fine of 5,000 dirhams per worker will be levied on establishments that violate the midday break. In the case of multiple workers found working in violation of the midday break, a maximum fine of 50,000 dirhams may be imposed, it has been announced. Abu Dhabi banned e-scooters with seats. Abu Dhabi prohibits electric scooters with seats in the capital. The decision comes as part of the bike and e-scooter awareness campaign launched by the ITZ in collaboration with the Abu Dhabi police. The local authorities have issued regulations on authorized bicycles and electric bikes and scooters. The ITZ stipulates that the authorized bicycles are two-wheeled or more, should not be equipped with an automated engine and are propelled by the force of their rider. The World Bank said most countries are headed for a recession. The rate of global growth is expected to slow from 5.7% in 2021 to 2.9% this year, according to the report. The World Bank, which acts as an international lending body for developing economies, had forecasted 4.1% growth for 2022 last January. The global economy had already been impaired by the after effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which left international supply chains in tatters and significantly hampered income growth and poverty reduction efforts in developing countries, according to the report. This led the World Bank to predict a slower yet robust next few years of global growth starting from 2022, but after the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, the institution was forced to significantly downgrade its expectations to account for soaring food and fuel prices and disrupted international trade networks. But the World Bank is warning that that even a mild recession could leave lasting scars on the global economy, as the combination of today's economic forces could lead to a stagflation, a mixture of low growth and high prices that is toxic to economies in developing countries. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Club English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.